In today's lesson, we're going to solve two-step equations. Last time we did one-step equations, and this time there's going to be a little more work to it and a little bit more complex. All right, so let's look first at the first example. I'm going to switch this around real fast. Okay, Marissa has twice as much money as Frank. Okay, that's important to know. Christina has $20 more than Marissa. Okay, that's also important to know. If Christina has $100, how much money does Frank have? Let F represent the amount of money Frank has in dollars. Let M represent the amount of money Marissa has in dollars. Now we need to use these variables because that's what we are given. So if we're given a variable, we must use it, which makes sense anyway. F for Frank, and M for Marissa. So that makes sense. Okay, so let's see if we can figure this out. Frank has F amount of money. We know that Marissa has twice as much as Frank. So I'm going to draw a little diagram here, and I know that Frank, start with that, Frank has F amount of money. He has the smallest amount because I know that Marissa has more than him, Christina has more than that, so Frank has the smallest amount. Now, I know that Marissa has twice as much as Frank, so she has two F's, 2 times this amount. So I'm going to draw a diagram for Marissa's money. To keep it straight over here, I think I'm going to write this is Frank, this is Marissa, and then this one will be Christina. That way I can keep track of which one is which when I go back to plug in my numbers. All right, Christina has $20 more than Marissa. So she has F and 20. So I'm going to draw Christina's. There's Christina's with Marissa, and then there's $20 more. So she has, I'm going to not split that here a minute. She has all of this, but pretend that's not there. All of this is how much Marissa has, and we're going to let M represent that. So this is M. Pretend that line's not split there. I didn't mean to do that. And this is 20 extra dollars because she has 20 more than Marissa, and Marissa equals 2 of Frank. Okay, I hope that that's kind of making sense to you how we set that up. We know that Marissa has twice as much as Frank, and Frank has F. That's how much money he has. All right, this is represented by Marissa, which we know is M. So this amount is M. Now we didn't put M here because we need to know that those are the same as 2 of this. And we know that Christina has what Marissa has and $20 more. All right, our ultimate goal, I'm going to mark in my problem, our ultimate goal is how much money does Frank have? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's my ultimate, that's when I'm going to know I have the answer because it's going to take me multiple steps to get there. I don't want to forget what I found out and what I'm looking for in the long run. Okay, so which one of these is giving us the information to have enough for Marissa to find M? Well, the only one that even has an M in it is this one. So we're going to use this one. One more piece of information I forgot. It says if Christina has $100, so we know that this is 100. That's going to give us an equation. Without that, we would not be able to figure this out. Sorry about that. Kind of got ahead of myself in my explaining. Okay, so this is 100. All right, so if we know that, this gives us enough information to figure out M. So let's figure that out first. So we have M and 20, so M plus 20 equals 100. All right, so using our algebra that we know, we're going to take M plus 20 minus 20, and we're going to be left with M. So I'm going to write it down below, save myself from having to rewrite my problem. So this is 20 minus 20. We're left with M on this side. We're going to do the same thing over here. 100 minus 20 is 80. Now what does that 80 represent? Well, that 80 is the M, and that represents the amount of money that Marissa has. So Marissa has $80. So that's telling us that this, for Marissa, is $80. Now we have enough information that we can find F because we know the total. All right, let's solve that. All right, we have 2 F's, so 2F equals 80. 2 F's is 80. We're trying to find out how much Frank has. So yes, we figured out Marissa, but we're not done. That was just the first step. It's a 2-step problem. Okay, well, this says 2 times F. If we want to figure out what F is, we need to get rid of the 2. So 2 times F divided by 2 is going to just leave us with F. Here's how I write it in short form. I'm going to divide by 2. If I write it that way, it makes it so much easier. No, I don't have to rewrite it. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So this 2 divided by 2 is going to cancel out for our identity property, and we're left with F. 80 divided by 2 is 40. So I know that F is 40. So that tells me that Frank has $40. So I have solved multiple step problems I have solved to show what Frank has. All that information that we did was just to figure out how much Frank has. Now let's see if that makes sense. If Frank has 40, then 40 and 40 is 80, which is 80 and 20 makes 100. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. So we know that Frank has $40. And that was what the question was asking. If you are confused or are unsure about anything, please put it in your ISN and we will talk about it.